How's it going, guys? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting, welcome back to Muv-Luv Monday, and welcome back to the fact that what we just saw was not real. Oh, it was so beautiful. It really got me going. It was really fun to record, though, and I'm very happy to see how much you enjoyed it as well. So hopefully we'll enjoy this episode, too, because here's the thing. That might not have been real, but it's based in reality. So is Takeru going to try and replicate what happened? I don't know. Not sure if it's possible, because the cave might have been a fabrication, you know, like for a fantasy. But also, what's he gonna do with this information of, like, you know, his feelings and like what could be between him and Yui? Like, I have no clue. I almost feel like this machine is really dangerous in that regard, because it's like it can feel so real and it can be accurate to a point, probably, but how far do we take that? How far are we allowed to push that reality? Also, by the way, like, I had confirmed that there are more stuff that's in the original. This is obviously the Steam safe version, so I don't know if there's a restoration patch, if there ever will be one or what, but yeah, like, just keep that in mind, that there is a lot more, you know, intimate fan service in the game normally. So if you're interested in seeing more of that, you'll probably want to check and see for yourself if there is a patch or not. I can't recall. I don't think that the earlier Muv-Luvs had a patch. So yeah, you might have to, if you want to get the original, you might have to actually buy it in Japanese, but I'm not too sure about that. So if you happen to know, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to highlight it if possible. It'd be good to just keep everyone aware if they are interested in that, because if there's anything in Muv-Luv, I think Altered Fable would be the one that most people would be most interested in getting the uncensored version of. So, like, just keep that in mind. But regardless of that, we're going to jump in. We're going to see how Takeru handles this. Like I said, like, this machine's amazing. It could be really unhealthy, though. It's like anything that would be like a potential full dive, like, reality replacer. I think there's a high level of risk of addiction and, like, misconstrued reality. Yeah, oof. That certainly seemed like it was feeling pretty real, so let's just jump back into it. What the?
お疲れ様でございました。タケル様? しばらくはそこで心を落ち着けられるとよろしいでしょう。
I got to have a whole week to collect myself. What the? I'm back here now? So then, was all that just a dream? No, it felt way too real for that. But then, wait a minute. When did I switch over to the simulation?
それは、タケル様が何をご覧になったのかがわからない以上、お答えしようがございませんね。
No. Hang on, how long was I out?
タケル様がそこにお座りになってから、そうですね。ものの30分も経っておりません。
That's cool. That's it?
はい。
Didn't the machine go boom?
はい。
You know, the explosion, our near-death experience quota for the week.
おっしゃっていることがよくわかりませんが、それはすでに作り出された世界での出来事だったのでしょう。
So pretty much the instant they pushed the button. Are you kidding me? It happened the little instant you pressed the button, though. So you're saying everything I saw from the explosion onward was a simulation built off my own memories? No, saw isn't even the right word. I actually lived all that, with all the 5 senses. That's how my dreams are. Apparently that's not the case for everybody. But when I dream, like, it's super incredibly vivid. Like, I often can't recall stuff, but there are specific dreams where I remember feeling pain or pleasure, sensations, temperatures. Apparently, I when I've talked to people, very few of them have said that they can feel things like temperature in their dreams. Some people say they don't even see much color in their dream, which is, like, for me, it's like some of the most beautiful mental images I have are from my dreams because they're so vivid. So yeah, I apparently am lucky there, but I also don't think it's like I'm like some kind of special minority. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have very vivid dreams, but my experience has been that not everybody does. So I'm very lucky about that. I was breathing, thinking, cracking jokes, getting pissed off. Heck, I even remember feeling hot and cold. Yeah, see, that's me. Are you telling me that's all just a fabrication? It wasn't just me either. Everyone else was there, and they were all acting 100% like you'd expect them to. Though now that I come to think about it, I guess there were a lot of conflicts and situations that seemed to resolve in my favor in there. Felt like everything was going my way, honestly. Even when things didn't immediately work out the way I wanted them to, I still got what I was hoping for in the end.
して、 タケル様。どのような映像が見えましたか？
Take that to your grave. Huh? Wait, what did I see?
ユウヒ様はお出になっておられましたか？
Yui?
メイヤ様はいかがでしたか？
Maya?
順番よ。割り込まないで。
Yeah, they're both like, please, let me mine.
いいじゃないの。何から話していただくかは、タケル様がお決めになればいいのよ。
I want to know what happened, huh? Okay, I guess. Well,
はい。
I sort of forgot.
はい。
Yeah, that's my boy. I can remember up to a certain point, but even then, I can really only give you the broader strokes.
タケル様、まずは落ち着いてください。
Okay.
ゆっくりと順序立てて見たものを追っていけば思い出せるはずです。
Mm-mm. I'd be like, I'm taking that to my grave. And the fact that they're fighting over it, I'd be like, I'm not saying.
可能な範囲で構いませんから口に出していただけますか？
Oh, okay.
この装置はまだ研究段階でして、体験された方からの情報はとても貴重なのです。
Oh, okay. Well, if it'll help with your research, I guess I'll do my best. Let's see here.
こう言えばいいのよ。そうね。
Huh?
いいえ、何でもございません。どうぞ。
Right. How much does he tell him? Well, all took place here on the island, that's for sure. I was sitting here in the chair, waiting for it to start, but when Maya-san turned on the machine on, the whole thing went up in smoke. So we evacuated the building, everyone ran outside. Luckily, no one got hurt, but they decided to take me to the hospital to get looked at just in case. Oh yeah, then on my way back, I bumped into Yui on the beach.
ユウヒ様ですか？
Yeah, she wanted to apologize for letting her subordinate subject me to yet another explosion. Oof. So I was like, nah, don't worry about it. And then, right, we made plans to go out together the next day.
どちらに？
She wouldn't tell me at the time. All she said was some place called the Pleiades.
そんなことまでデータベースに？
So that is a real place? Fetch, we gotta go there!
登録基準について再確認する必要があるかもね。
Oh, so they wanted to keep that secret, but it figured it out. Oh boy, that thing's a little too smart. Oh yeah, and I could tell she was pretty miffed about what Yuko-sensei said when we got here. It was kind of funny, actually.
朝のことですか？
Yeah, when she was assigned our cabana, she basically got tired of referring to the runes by their astrological names Yui'd given them, said that they were try-hard and dumb.
ああ、鎖で吊るしてやろうかと思ったわ。
Yeah. Huh?
いいえ、お続けください。
She's scary. Anyway, this all stemmed from me pointing out that the Pleiades are just another star-related name, and that she went on to explain how most of the places on the island had been given astrological names. Again, it's like it was built from me.
なるほど。あのお方らしい。
Yeah, I figured as much. So yeah, she refused to reveal any more about the Pleiades place, and then we parted ways for the night, and I went back to my room and passed out.
え？眠った？
Yeah, is that bad?
いいえ。その時、何か夢はご覧になりましたか？
That's actually really interesting. Did you dream within a dream? That's like a deception. I honestly don't remember.
では、次の日はそこに出かけられた。
Yeah, it was a blast. My memories are all still a bit hazy, but I remember we went out there in this nice speedboat and Yui at the helm. Yeah, I'm 99% sure she was the one driving. And I don't think there's anyone else on the boat but us.
ユウヒ様であれば、それは可能でしょう。ですが、ご自分で操縦されるのは珍しいですね。
Well, to be fair, with Takeru, I'm sure she would. So then we headed off to the Pleiades. Or wait, we switched over to a little dinghy partway there.
なるほど。それで、そこはどのような場所でしたか？
Oh man, you wouldn't believe it. The whole cave is just like the most vivid blue you've ever seen. It's like the one thing I still can remember super vividly. I honestly don't think I've seen anything more astounding in my life. Does that place actually exist?
もちろんです。なるほど。知らない場所でも構築される情景の正確さは相当なもののようですね。
This thing's a little too scary.
装置の性能は 100% だって言ったでしょ？
For real though, it was the kind of experience everyone on Earth should have on their bucket list. Though I do understand why Yui's so hesitant to open it up to the public. Oh, sorry, I meant that's what I understood at the time. I can't actually remember what her reasoning was at that point. Anyway, after that we sort of lost track of time, or at least I did. Just wanted to forget everything else and let it all soak in.
そしてどうなりましたか？
Nothing. Sorry, I'm trying, but I really can't remember much beyond that. Can he actually not remember that? That was like the best... Yeah, never mind. Obviously, we have to head back at the main island at some point, but I don't remember doing that. I just think about it all rationally. It doesn't really make sense that we'd have done nothing but let it soak in for all that time. We must have done something else in the cave, but I can't remember what. The heck? What was that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Some sort of flashback, I guess? Weird. It looks like you and I were doing something, but what? Oh, wait. Oh, don't tell me. Nope, no, there's no way. Even if it was just a simulation, she and I would never do something like that. Oh, come on. Come on, Takeru. What the heck were you thinking? It's probably just my brain grasping at straws to fill the gaps in my memory. Yeah, that's gotta be it. I mean, I guess it's pretty normal for guys that might have dreams, but God, just stop it! God, I really am that sexually frustrated? Is that what this is? Sorry, I can't remember anything else. God, I can't let Yui ever find out about this. There's no doubt in my mind she tried to make all that a reality.
そうですか。それにしても、ずいぶん急に記憶が曖昧になるのですね。睡眠が間に入ると、そこから先はこうなることが報告されているわ。個人差はあるみたいだけど。
Okay, well, they dodged a bullet there.
そうなの。なぜ？その理由はよくわかっていないの。
Oh, but don't they say that your brain kind of sorts out your memories while you sleep? Maybe that's why it was doing what it was doing in the simulation too. So maybe if I go to sleep again, I'll remember the rest of what happened in there. Well, but wait. But by that logic, people wouldn't be able to remember much of anything until they slept on it.
それについては目下研究中ですが、少々見解が異なるようですね。
What is this thing? So there's two things running through my mind. What if we're actually still in the simulation for some weird reason? It's like we're getting stuck in a loop, which that sounds like a horror film, so hopefully not. But the other part I was thinking of too is like, so this device is something that like I'm guessing is what all the sneaking around, the sleuthing by the different government agencies is what they're really after. What if this thing actually taps into alternate dimensions somehow? So like why it's so accurate is because it's effectively like showing us a divergent path of an actual world line. But that's really dangerous because it could touch a beta world line. Oh, okay. I was just speculating. Sorry. Thanks for humoring me though. The other thing about that too is like we had that little super dream that was like, oh, like the beta are invading kind of thing. If that was part of the simulation, was that the simulation just trying to simulate a dream? Because it has some pretty scarily accurate stuff in it. And so if it wasn't the case, what if the beta are a thing in this universe, but this universe had extra time, and so what if we are dealing with it?
しかし、タケル様がおっしゃるように、これは脳内で完結する現実行為のシミュレーターです。
Right.
そのため、情報を符号化する段階に、現在の研究範囲では不可避な問題が存在していると思われまして。
Right.
それがあらゆる要素と密接に絡むことで、各種の問題、今のような状況も発生していると考えられております。
Wait, back up. What's memory encoding?
人間が何かを記憶する過程の第一段階です。入力された情報を人間が記憶するために必要な形式に変換することですね。
Right.
簡単に申し上げれば、入力ソースが現実世界にあるのか脳内にあるのかの違いが記憶の固着に影響を与えるようだということです。
So basically their little system's only the pre-alpha stage, which means there's still a lot of kinks they need to buff out. That was a super broad summary of what she just said. She's effectively saying that like when you artificially create memories, the brain has trouble sorting them as properly as it should, and they're not sure why, because it's feeding you like a fake feeling of the five senses, but why does the brain interpret it differently? Like does it somehow on a fundamental level understand that it's not real? Maybe. But why would it do that? It's a very interesting question. And that can lead to some pretty serious bugs, like the one I experienced, where memories from within the virtual world have trouble taking root. Man, I wouldn't have guessed the memories needed to be in a proper format for us to register them, but I guess the human brain is the most complex computer there is.
私たちも専門家ではございませんので、あまり詳しいところまでは存じていないのですが。おおよそそういうことであろうと。ご理解いただければ。
Right. Oh, no worries. It was much appreciated. And in all honesty, the device is still hugely impressive to me, even if it's in its incomplete state. I don't really keep up with the development in modern science and all that much, but I bet someday soon we'll have the way to record our dreams. That would be crazy. Only a matter of time, right? Obviously, neuroscience is more complicated than most things, but the world's been flooded with technological advances over the past couple centuries. We're constantly seeing things no one would have ever thought possible even 2 generations ago. That's really true. I bet cell phones are going to get some huge upgrades here in the next decade or so. Maybe one day you'll even be able to watch TV on them. God, could you imagine? Hey, Takeru, you're right!
しかし、残念でございましたね。
Huh?
記憶が鮮明なのは、ほんの冒頭部分でしかありませんでした。
Yeah, well, to be honest though, I kind of feel like that might be for the best.
と申しますと?
Well, for one thing, the simulation was far more realistic than I was expecting. Almost to the point that it felt like I'd been transported to an alternate reality. And not only that, but an alternate reality that was tailor-made to cater to my innermost desires. How can I explain this? It's like what I imagine people who sink 8 hours into an MMO every day must feel like. At that point, which world are you really living in, you know? And who'd want to go back to their normal life after getting a chance to live out their wildest dreams in a virtual world that feels every bit as real as our own? Yeah, like, it's a really, like, slippery slope at that point. Like, people already get game addiction. Like, I'm not saying, like, playing video games bad. No, definitely not. And I'm not even saying, like, playing excessive video games is necessarily bad. But when it starts overriding, like, not just, like, your ability to, like, socialize, meet up with people, have relationships with your family, but when it starts overriding, like, your basic self-care, eating, drinking, sleeping, like, that can actually lead to people dying. Like, there are people who have died from exhaustion in internet cafes. Like, that's insane. They could just walk out the door, get some food, get some drink, and they would be, like, fine, get some sleep. But there are people, like there's a guy in South Korea in, like, the mid-90s, I think, who, like, died after a 72-hour binge where he didn't eat, drink, or sleep. And, like, he had a cardiac arrest and just died in an internet cafe playing EverQuest. It's freaking nuts. Like, how, like, the fact that people can do that now, and then if the technology like this existed, like, people, like, this will kill people, because when people have an addictive personality, when people get caught up in something that's too big for them, and they don't have the presence of mind or the mental stability to recognize that, like, there needs to be balance, like, you can ruin people. Like there's so much out there that already can ruin people, but this is one of those avenues of, like, if this were a real technology and people had access to it readily, like, he's absolutely right. Like, it's, who would want to step away when it feels that real? Who would want to return to, like, the flawed reality that's infinitely better because it is real, when you can just be given exactly what you want? And, like, how would that skew, like, what you expect from your daily life? Heck, you could probably even spend a year in that thing and feel like you've lived a full, prosperous life at the end of it. You could die happy in there. I mean, I spent all of, 30 minutes in that dream, and yet it felt like 24 hours. And I'm still trying to come to terms with the fact that none of it was real now that I'm back here. It's like an emotional whiplash with a hit of jet lag. I legit thought I spent an entire day in there, but I didn't, and that's the scary part. I genuinely cannot believe that it was the only 30 minutes. Like, my brain refuses to accept it. The day I spent in there almost feels more real. It should be the other way around, but even after being totally straight up that this was all in my head, part of me feels like this is the simulation. God, that's really dangerous. I kind of like how you feel sometimes after waking up from an especially vivid dream, but even that doesn't come close to describing it. That's the kind of power the simulator can have over people. Like, think about it, dude. Imagine if I were to start dating one of my close friends in there and then have to come back to the real world. It wouldn't just be like, haha, gotcha, it was all just a dream. It'd genuinely be, like, hard to detach from that, especially with how realistic simulations are. Oh my gosh, yeah. So, like, there are already people who make unhealthy attachments. Like, people who become stalkers, people who become obsessive with people in the real world. But that's the thing, it's like they don't have actual access to them. Like, that's always typically a barrier. Now, sometimes that barrier gets breached and it's terrifying, but, like, it's a thing. And then you put them in a simulation where it actually happens, and then they're supposed to jump back into this world. I mean, if it felt that real, what if Takeru did remember his whole encounter with Yui? What if he came back from this like feeling like he was in love with Yui 100%? And while she might reciprocate that, like that's poor example, what if it was somebody who didn't feel that way about him? But he comes back with this entire like genuine belief backed by genuine like experiences that they're in love and he loves her and she loves him, and then she doesn't and has no clue what he's talking about. Like, that would be maddening. That would be horrifying, and it would make it could get dangerous with people. I'm not sure I'd be able to go back to a normal friendly relationship with her in the real world after that and still be able to function. Heck, I could barely even throw off the dynamic of our entire dynamic of our entire social circle. And I don't want that. I just want to be able to screw around with my friends without a care in the world. At least that's how I feel right now. But who knows? Maybe the simulation future would come true someday and she and I would end up together in the real world. Though I feel like having already dated her once before in a simulation could affect my perception of her and ultimately have a detrimental effect on our relationship. I agree. Yeah, this thing's cool, but if you really think about it, it's also horrifyingly terrible. Or, you know, she could not reciprocate in real life, which is probably the more likely outcome, and then it'd be even harder to bear because I'd already be convinced that we were perfect for each other after getting my happy end with her in the simulator. I mean, it's rehashing what I was already saying too, so effectively I'm rehashing just preemptively, but yeah, the more this, like, you think about it, the more terrifying this actually is. But at the end of the day, those feelings would be nothing more than a delusion. Only reality actually matters. Yeah, I get that people always are going to want to try and peek into the future. That's fine, but when those peaks get so real, you start to confuse them with reality. That's where it starts getting dangerous. And if you just need a little kick in the right direction, stick to tarot card readings. Yeah, a little less dangerous than that. Like, still not great, but fetch, man, that is a little better. It's actually the whole premise of the Inception movie, right? Like, the ability to go in dreams, deeper within dreams, and how, like, when you use the device, it feels so real. They have to have, like, their totem to help them know if it's, like, real or not. But then when he plants an idea to, like, help his wife get back to reality, so he plants the idea in her brain that it wasn't real, and she then cannot shake off the fact that it's not real no matter how awake she actually is, and it's just horrifying. Like, if you haven't seen that movie, go watch it, especially after this. Like, they cover very similar topics, but it covers them more directly. That's my take on it anyway. This might not make much sense, but I feel like having the ability to live out your fantasies with such a high degree of realism is almost irresponsible in a way. And not only that, but it also kind of takes the magic out of them. Now, I'm not about to say that what you're building here should never exist, of course. If you were to load the database full of, say, settings and lore from a bunch of different anime and manga, I think your machine has huge potential as an entertainment device. Holy crap, yeah. Could you imagine, what if you could go live in Lord of the Rings for a while? Like, that would kind of suck, but, like, being able to, like, know it was fake, and, like, even though it felt real at the time, like, come out of it, it's like, oh, okay. Like, then you're talking holodeck, but Star Trek also has a great example of, like, people who are falling in love with fictional reconstructions in the holodeck. That's pretty dangerous, too. But then that holodeck never truly breaches that, like, barrier of too unreal because you know you're in the simulator the whole time. This device was clever enough to make it feel like the simulation wasn't on, and that's really scary too. Like, if he was consciously aware it was a simulation the entire time, I think it would be better. Anyway, database full of anime, manga, yeah, you'd have an amazing machine if you could go live out fantasies from, like, stories, but, like, because part of your brain would know, like, this isn't actually real. I discussed this idea with Yui in the simulation, actually. She seemed awfully taken aback by the idea. Think about it, though. If we were to go back in time to when video games first hit the scene and show people what kind of graphics we're capable of today, how would you expect them to react? They'd probably crap their pants. Heck, they might even have the brain aneurysm from trying to wrap their heads around it, how it works. That's the same level of impact the device could have on the people of today. What was that beeping? Imagine being able to pilot a Kaiser in a seamless virtual reality and then having the ability to get out of the cockpit and actually walk around the world of Valgrinon. You'd actually get to live the life of a Kaiser pilot, both on and off the battlefield. Granted, I don't know if I'd always want to make it the most compelling story, but I think having the realistic set pieces alone would be enough of a selling point, at least to the right buyer. I mean, who hasn't wanted to live in a world of their favorite game or anime? I mean, we all secretly wish that we could be isekai. Like, I don't care what you say. We all kind of wish it would happen. This isn't just your run-of-the-mill VR headset either. You can actually taste and smell and feel things like you would in real life. You could literally put yourself in your favorite character's shoes and experience everything from their perspective. And, oh man, like I keep thinking like, obviously I don't think I'd want to do, there's stories that like make great games but would be horrible realities, like Muv-Luv Alternative. No one in their right mind would actually want to live in that. But you can make some great cases for things like, could you imagine Pokemon? Like, what if you could do a full dive Pokemon game? I don't care who you are. That would be amazing. I think it'd be really cool to do flight simulators, like Elite Dangerous is still one of the games I keep talking about. But Elite Dangerous, where you fly in a spaceship and tour the galaxy, being able to do that in a full dive system would be amazing. You know, it'd be kind of scary and terrifying, but like also knowing like it's fake would be super, super cool. Or like, what if you could be in Harry Potter? Like, what if you could be attending the school of Harry Potter during the books, or like or like the simulator, like obviously can come up with its own narratives. Like, what if you could have it programmed, like it reads the novels and everything about like a world like Harry Potter or Pokemon or whatever, and it just invents new stuff. So like it's unexpected, and it's not like you can just like, oh no, what's gonna happen because I know how these events play out. But it does a whole different spin on everything. Oh, can you imagine games like D&D in the simulator? So the DM is like maybe part of the simulator but has control of it, and the players are like their players in oh my gosh. Oh, I want this to be real, but I said it's dangerous. Granted, it could have application even outside of entertainment. Like, hey, wait a minute, where'd you guys go? What the?
Takeru-san!
Hey! Are we still in the simulation? Hey guys, what's up? You look like you just got done running a marathon.
Maya-sanから聞きましたよ。Takeru-sama, 素晴らしい発想です。
So we talked about like, oh, we could import like fictional stuff into it and make it real, and they were like, oh my gosh, how had they not thought of that? Huh?
この装置を娯楽に利用しようとは、そのような発想ができるのは人類でタケルだけであろう。感服したぞ。
How did people not think of that? Wait, what?
地下にお車が到着いたしました。
Wait, what?
よし、姉上。
Are we really in the simulator still?
タケル様、ぜひ今から私と一緒にいらしてください。
Where to?
休暇中の研究開発班を急遽島に呼び寄せました。彼らに今のお話をもう一度、さらに詳しくお伝えいただきたいのです。
Oh wait, is this like our version of like making the special like OS for the like alternative robots? Like, it seems like a very basic concept, but for some reason Takeru was just the first one to bring it up. You called them in from their vacation? Are you kidding me? This isn't an emergency after all, and it's not like I'm the first person who's come up with this idea either.
このような状況においてもなお謙虚さを失わぬとは。タケル、そなたは本当にやっぱりな男だ。
How? What? No, I'm not being humble. Could you please listen to me? Like, come on, guys. Is this how you react to the exact same idea in the simulation? Which I guess is a testament to how powerful the device's predictable capabilities are, but still. Or maybe you're still in it? Look, just calm down. Can we all just take a chill pill for a second?
とにかく、いらしてください。さ
あ。Oh, come on, guys. Give me a break.
かすみちゃん、どうした？いえ、今、白金さんの声が聞こえたような。
Yeah.
あれ？メイヤさんは？ユウシちゃんもいないよ。さっき慌てて走っていったけど。
Alright. Wait, we're leaving? Is that the end of this entire experience? Aww. I'm like sad. I thought we were gonna have more time on the island. Fetch, there's a lot of replayability then if if there's all those potential activities and we don't, I get to pick like one. What the fetch is happening?
いましたか?
Oh, they're coming for the device, aren't they?
いえ、どこにも。すでに逃げられた後のようですね。
Takeru?
こちら第5警備班。犯人は白金邸の玄関から逃走した模様。
What is happening? Well, this suddenly changed.
隊長、正体不明の黒の SUV が遠ざかっていくそうです。何？
すぐに追ってください。逃がしてはなりません。これを逃がしたとあっては、 メイヤ様とユウヒ様に言い訳のしようもありません。
So did we escape or were we kidnapped? That's a very big difference.
了解。行くぞ。了解。
捕まるかしら。まったく、正月の準備で忙しいって時に余計な仕事を増やしてくれるわね。マナ様とマヤ様のお留守に、なんてこと。
Interesting.
あら？どうしました？いえ、この機械の扉が開けっぱなしだと思いまして。
What?
電子レンジですか？何かの弾みで開いたのでしょう。そのままにしておきなさい。
Why is this microwave so menacing all of a sudden?
はい。まもなく鑑識入ります。わかりました。一度下がりますよ。はい。まったく、お楽しみのところをご報告差し上げるのは何とも忍びない。
These voices sound kind of familiar, but I have no clue who they're supposed to be. Oh, right, it's the 24 stuff. 2.4? Previously on Altered Fable. What the heck is happening right now?
前回までの輝く時が消えぬ間に。まあいい。俺は任務であるものを探している。
Right. What kind of something?
そうだ。その手がかりを持っているのが奴だ。
Which guy?
アルフレッド・ウォーケンだ。
Chuck Sauber.
お二方とも動かれぬよう。あらら、お早いお月で。
When you cut it up like this, it definitely looks like a more of an action flick than normal.
光月教諭、勝敗はすでに決しました。どうしてそんなことがわかるのかしら？
Mea Mitsurugi.
じゃあ、お腹もいっぱいになったところで、午後はいっぱいいっぱい飾り付けしましょう。
Naturally, super actiony.
それでは、たけるちゃんからの伝言を伝えます。
Sumika Kagabi.
やっぱり、たけるちゃんあんたすげえよ。
どうして？
Aww, Kasumi.
よくわからない。
Kasumi Yashiro.
皆さんに幸せが訪れるんですね。
Aww.
美しいですね。
Hey, Yui.
クリスマスツリーの起源には諸説ありますが、常緑樹のもみの木は冬でも葉が落ちないため、そのような崇拝の対象になっていたのです。それが世界各国に伝わり、それぞれの伝承や信仰と融合することで、世界にはたくさんのクリスマスがあるのです。
Yui Mitsurugi.
ローカライズは大事。
そうですね。ですが、そこに流れる思いは共通ですよ。
There he is! Takeru Shugure. In his elements.
これは12月31日から1月1日の間に起こった出来事である。
Fetch, man.
アロハ
We're home!
楽しかったね。
Oh, yeah. Hey, don't put your luggage down. You live next door. We weren't even in Hawaii, dude.
まあまあ、座ってゆっくりお茶でも飲もうよ。あ、かすみちゃんも座って座って。
I like how Kasumi's like, she's not even in the shot, it's just her head. I'm sorry. Are you the owner of this house now? Ugh, fine, whatever. Man, always feels pretty meh coming back from your boring normal life after super fancy vacation. Or this time especially. What a trip, dude. Nothing but sun, surf, and the quintessential summer experience, but in the middle of December. It was such a weird juxtaposition. Only a few hours ago we were lying under a hot summer sun. And now this. Gloomy, dull, bleak. Back to stuffy old dusty house, Hang on. Something feels off. This place isn't dusty at all. In fact, it's practically spick and span.
Takeru.
Hey, Maya, were you just about to slide down here and have some tea? You guys wanted to... Wait, where's Yui?
玄関にいる。すまぬが、一緒に来てくれぬか?
Okay, maybe are they gonna tell us that something happened here? Yeah, sure. What's up?
タケル様、お疲れのところを申し訳ないのですが、重要なお話がございます。
Wait, you've got it all wrong. It wasn't me. It must have been, Sumika. Yeah, she just couldn't help herself.
何の話だ?
If it's a problem, it was her. This is about how she stole a bunch of those little shampoos and towels from the resort, right? Honestly, I thought those were all free, honest.
いや、そのような報告は受けておらんが、第一、それは構わぬ話だ。
それ以前に、そこで鏡さんのお名前が出てくることが謎ですが。
Yeah, Takeru. What about that?
調子に乗って散財するというなら、可能性が一番高いのは、そなたであろう。
Yow. Those are some sharp words, Vea. Somehow I get the feeling that their unconditional faith, these two had in me, slowly, rapidly beginning to crumble.
まあ、三剣さんたちも現実を知ってきちんと認識が修正されたってことだね。
Shut up! It's true, but I don't like it. You want to say that to my face? I'm getting sick and tired of you coming in here with your little smart remark, punk.
ねえねえ、お茶飲まないの？
ああ、すぐに参る。先にくつろいでいてくれ。つくよみ、鏡と社に茶を。
かしこまりました。鏡様、こちらへ。お茶菓子もございますよ。
Ooh.
本当ですか？やったー！
I was easily distracted as well. You probably don't even know what that is, dummy. In any case, you guys forgot, this still is my house, capiche? So I'd really appreciate it if you all quit waltzing around like you own the place. They probably do. Not that anyone gives a crap. So, what do you need to talk to me about? Oh, fetch! Ha!
はい。大変申し上げにくいことなのですが、実は先日この家に賊が忍び込みまして。
So, curse my hand. Wait, the trespasser, like a burglar, you mean?
はい。その際、そこのリビングを抜け、こちらの玄関を破壊して逃走したようなのです。
So we were gone, he took something. What on earth did he take? He destroyed the entrance hall. But everything looks perfectly fine to me. The whole place looks exactly as I left it.
それはもう、責任を持って完全に復元させていただきましたので。
Impressive. Oh, I see. Could have at least tricked the place out with something marble floors while you're at it, just saying.
強いて違いを言えば、鑑識が入った後のリビングを完全に清掃させてもらったぐらいか。
And he did notice. Huh? Oh, right. Makes sense. Guess that explains why everything looks so neat and tidy. So, what did the burglar make off with?
何も。すべての部屋のあらゆるものをチェックしたが、何一つ盗まれたものはない。
That's weird. Huh? How could you run out of inventory unless you already had a list of everything in my house, though? Or did you?
はい。そうですが、何か。
Takeru, come on. Remember, security is of importance here. They, of course, documented your house. You're attached to the mansion. I mean, come on. Don't play dumb with me. That would imply that you guys already knew about the adult reading material I keep under my bed. Oh, no.
夕日様、タケル様は、殿方。ああ、あの衣類をつけていない女性たちばかりが載っている本ですか。ご安心ください。
That's not the concern! I don't care! Please don't sound so delighted about it. It almost makes it worse.
それにしても。なるほど。あれはそういうものでしたか。
Maya-san, what in the heck did you say to her?
まったくそなたは。しかし、そのようなものに頼らずとも、タケルには私がおろうに。
You can't just say that thing! What?
まあ、それは聞き捨てなりませんね。スタイルのことを申せば、私の方がそなたより若干。
How is... You're twins!
それはここにいらっしゃる前のお話でしょ。先日姉上は日頃の鍛錬不足ゆえに腰のあたりに不安が出てきたと申していたではありませんか。
What flab? There's none!
それは克服しました。
Okay, you two, calm down. It's gonna get heated here.
なるほど。では今月頭の定期検診の結果について、堅くなにお話になろうとなさらないのは何故ですか？先日湯殿で周囲の様子を伺いながら体重計にお乗りになっていたのも存じております。
Bea, come on! She's already down! She's dead already!
それを申すならばそなたはいかに？島に出立する前、姿見の前で腰に触れながら難しい顔をしていたのはどこの誰でしょう？
I'm feeling self-conscious from this.
それは。
You both are lovely. Calm down. Guys.
その後、 機内でも何も食さないという涙ぐましい悪あがきをしていたのはどこの誰ぞでしたか。
Oh, she pulled out the laugh.
では姉上、ここは一つ、第三者に公平な審判を下してもらうとしましょう。
No, I'm not doing that.
望むところです。
No,
Takeru?
no. Yeah? Oh no, I'm the third party, aren't I?
そなたは私たちの水着姿を見て、その点についてはどう思ったのだ？
It's gonna sound like the coward's way out, but seriously, how is there no better answer than you're both amazing? You want my opinion.
そうですわ。私にとって重要なのは、タケル様がどう思われるかの一点につきます。
No! But then I'm not an unaffiliated party, am I? Am I? I mean, I don't really know what to say. You both looked great in your swimming suits. Perfect, dude. Heck, I had a hard time keeping my eyes to myself. Yeah, I also can't come up with a single nitpick about either of their bodies.
この沈黙。やはり、何か思うところ
It's
があ
literally
ったと
the
いうことか。
opposite.
問題を克服したと思っていたのは私だけで、実は集体を探していた。
God, yeah, no, it wasn't.
メイヤ、これは小競り合いをしている場合ではありません。
認識しております。
No, could you guys stop? Look, just hold their horses for a sec. I was just trying to remember what you both look like. That's all. Now, do you want me to answer your question or not? Well, if you ask me, you both need to stop being so hard on yourselves because you both look perfect. If this were Samika asking, I'd probably pinch her stomach fat and cackle about how pudgy she is. But with these two, that'd be like poking a hornet's nest. Last time I said something that was less satisfactory about Maya, she made sure to take immediate countermeasures. I don't even want to know what they'd do this time. Starve themselves to death? Who knows? They don't mess around with that stuff like that. Even if I tried to smooth things over and say it was just a joke, it wouldn't mean diddly squat to them. Once they've made up their mind about something, it's all bets are off. I may be a dummy, but even then I know how self-conscious women can be when it comes to their figures. Though I don't care whether it comes to Samika because she doesn't have an ounce of femininity in her entire body. Come on, man! But regardless, I'm much too afraid to find out what sort of countermeasure they'd enact this time around. All I can say for sure is that this New Year's would be a lot less pleasant for all parties involved. Maybe you guys can tell the difference between how you looked a couple months ago and now, but as far as I'm concerned, you both have top-notch bas. I've got zero complaints.
ということは、この程度の差異はタケル様の思考に影響を及ぼさないと。
I don't like where she's leading this, but yeah, that's right. And while I know that might not be what you want to hear, you guys could go up a whole pant size. I probably wouldn't even be able to tell. Though I have no idea if that discrepancy they're talking about is that big of a difference. What? Okay.
その言葉を聞いて、心底安心いたしました。
Well, yeah. Oh, that's a relief for me too. Trust me. Thank goodness I managed to warm my way out of that one.
しかし、問題が根本的に解決したわけではありません。
Crap!
無論です。
Look, can we get back to the topic for a second? I mean, you're telling me there was a break in here, but the perp didn't take anything?
はい、そうなのです。
And, did you guys catch him?
それがまんまと逃げおおせたらしく。
How? He took off a mystery security team. Now that's impressive. I mean, my house is basically attached to your palatal mansion? I don't know. And that place seems like an impregnable fortress.
相手はおそらく素人ではない。
Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised. Don't think that your average cat burglar would attempt a heist in a place like this. Heck, you couldn't even get close without sticking out like a sore thumb. There's no other house anywhere around, just a massive plain of concrete. How did this person do this? And even if they did get through some miracle, they wouldn't be able to get away without a fight. So does that mean you've got some ideas who it was?
残念ながらそれはまだです。空撮の映像などを解析中なのですが、確定的な情報が不足している模様で。
Weird. Gotcha.
そのことからも、相手が素人でないことがわかる。やっていることは大胆だが、警戒心は強い。映像に撮られようが、どう調べられようが、足などつかないと確信している。
That's really terrifying. Dang, didn't think people like that actually existed in real life. Heck, these kind of robbers in general always felt like something that only happened in movies to me. Probably because we've never had a single break-in. So, tell me.
はい。
We're not in any sort of danger, are we?
無論です。警備官の数も3倍に増強し、警護に当たらせております。
Alright. Well, okay. Then I guess there's probably nothing to worry about, huh? Unless he's got balls of steel. That dude probably knows better than any to try hitting the same place again. Good news is, he didn't steal anything. Let's just let the investigators handle this and move on. No point in getting paranoid over it, right?
それはもっともだ。
So, is that all you guys had to talk to me about?
いえ、このことについて今までお伝えしていなかったことをお詫びせねば。
It's okay. What? No, don't apologize. You guys did nothing wrong. It's really no big deal to me at all. If anything, it was probably more shaken up by the fact that you guys found my porn stash, but even that's small potatoes in comparison.
タケル、そなたに感謝を。
Aww.
タケル様の懐の広さにはいつも救われてばかりですわ。
Oh, it's nothing really. Whew, looks like they're starting to have faith in me again. You shut your fat face! Shut up, you! Don't your parents are teaching you not to talk with your mouth full? Don't you call me irresponsible, frickin' Jack?
ねえねえ、お茶飲まないの？お菓子も美味しいよ。
Yeah, we're coming. Don't be so impatient. Look, don't sweat about the break-in, guys. It's totally cool.
はい。
Alright. What? Oh, is this morning? Hey!
起こしてしまいましたか？
Yeah, but sure. Sup, dog?
ウイス？って。
Fine, I'll get up. Morning, Yui. What you up to?
はい。ここと私の部屋にお鏡を備えていたのです。
Why were you putting rice cakes in our rooms? Oh, as in New Year's offerings? Gotcha. I almost forgot what day it was. Huh. Wait a minute. Those are legit mochi, aren't they?
本物？もちろんですが、それほど珍しいですか？
No, that's not what I meant. I mean, it's like actually pounded mochi, not the vacuum packed stuff. It's not all the glossy kind that you buy at the store either. Ooh.
何故お餅を真空パックする必要があるのかわかりかねますが、もちろん餅はついたものですよ。
Yeah. Whoa, right on. Don't think I've ever seen one this big before. My family usually just gets the mass-produced rectangular sliced ones from the grocery store, then mash them together into a big lump and try and make them look more marshmallowy for the offering table. The little sliced ones are nice and easy to eat, and the vacuum packaging keeps them from getting moldy, but nothing beats the real thing. There's even a perfect little leaf coming off the mandarin on top. How adorably quaint. So wait, you've been helping out with the New Year's decorations this morning?
手伝っていたというほどではありません。ただこれを置きに来ただけですし、
Aww.
これでもう終わりですから。
How sweet. How did you have to tie May up to do this yourself? Right. Sorry for conking out on you guys last night.
疲れているのでしょう。まだお休みになっていては。
That's cool. I want to actually do something with my last day of the year, you know? Yeah, wow. Didn't really sink in till now, but 2001's almost over, huh?
そうですか。では、一緒に下に参りますか？
Man, 2001's almost over. We're here in 2021. 20 years post this game. Fetch. Yeah, let's do that.
マヤさん、こちらはすべて滞りなく終わりましたよ。はい、私もこれで。あら、タケル様、お目覚めですか？
Hello. Oh, hey, Maya.
どうかされましたか？
Oh, no, just surprised to see you.
メイヤ様とマナが本家に戻りましたので、後を引き継いだのです。
Oh, I hadn't heard.
二人とも夜には戻りますよ。
Interesting. Seems almost orchestrated, huh?
お茶を入れてまいります。
Is this maybe like a bet, like when they put him into the machine, why they were so eager, is the person who he saw and spent time with, like the one who gets to have like New Year's with Takeru? I could see that being a thing.
そうですね。タケル様には厚めのものを。かしこまりました。
Huh, so you're not going back home for New Year's? To the main estate, I mean. I mean, this place might be home to me, but for the twins, it's more like a vacation home. And I mean, it's pretty normal to want to spend New Year's with your family, right?
それについてですが、元日の午後に一度戻ろうと思っております。
Oh. After all the festivities are already over?
はい。 それはもう話がついておりますし、そのために今、メイヤに出向いてもらっているのです。
Yeah, I think she won the bet. Oh, okay.
ただ、戻りは4日になってしまいます。よろしいでしょうか。
Aww. Huh? Why do you need my permission? Go spend time with your family by all means.
ありがとうございます。この時、マヤさんたちにも暇を出そうと思うのですが。
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I don't mind at all.
ではそのように。
But seriously, you don't have to ask my permission for all this stuff. Like, you guys are the ones treating me to the life of luxury here.
そのお言葉に感謝いたします。
Even if I were the authority figure here, I wouldn't be able to turn down a request like that. I'm super weak when it comes to this crap. But man, I still can't believe it's already New Year's Eve, you know?
昨日までは島にいたのですから、無理もありませんね。
I imagine that does do a lot to skew your perceptions. Oh yeah, there's that. But then there's also just I haven't done anything the typical New Year's prep we usually do. Over any other year, my mom would be scrambling around the house trying to get things ready, nagging me to clean my room and whatnot. But this year, you guys have already taken care of everything, leaving me with just jack squat to do. Plus, my folks are away on their round-the-world vacation.
世間一般では家族が皆で準備をするのでしたね。
Yeah. Yeah, so all this decorating and stuff is probably first for you, huh?
その通りです。
Then I guess we're both having different sorts of New Year's this year.
そうですね。
She's so cute!
お待たせいたしました。おや、お二人とも立ち話ですか？
Well, what were you expecting?
そういえばそうですね。
ところで、お二人はこれから夜までどう過ごされるおつもりですか？
Huh? Oh, I mean, I hadn't really thought about it yet.
そうですか。特に。そういえば、鏡様もヤシロ様もお休みのようですね。
Oh, is that right? Yeah, makes sense. They must be pretty tuckered out too. Dang, how the heck are we gonna kill time until the festival starts in it then?
私は、タケル様？
Yeah? Huh?
もしよろしければ、散歩にでも出かけませんか？
She's like, this is my moment! Sure, I'd be down for that. Where to?
どこがよろしいでしょう？
Oh, she's panicking. Good question. Well, it'd have to be someplace relatively close by, I guess, since I still want to be back by dinner time and all. Man, it's hard to think of anything around here, even if it's cool, half as cool as the stuff we just did on the island. The little waterfront park down the Tachibana district place pales in comparison, and while the hill behind Hakurio is cool, it's not the sort of place I want to go directly after getting back from vacation and in the weather. Though we should go by the tree. I mean, that tree, man, it's where everything happens. And we don't really have enough time to go play at the amusement park or the arcade.
それでしたら、商店街というところに行ってみたいのですが。
Oh, that does sound fun. You mean where all the grocery stores are?
はい。普通はそこで食材を調達したりするのでしょう？
Is that not where you typically acquire the food and the drinks that you sometimes consume? I mean, yes, it certainly is.
今日は大晦日で大層賑わっているそうではありませんか。
Absolutely. Yeah, it'll probably be a hexscape of old ladies shoving each other into the last good produce. Could be kind of fun to watch.
せっかくこのような正月は初めてなのですから、一つそこで買い物をしてみたいのです。
Huh. Say what?
何ですか？
Nothing. I'm just wondering if it'd be really such a good idea. It's gonna be crazy out there, dude.
どういう凄さなのですか？
Alright, we have to go now. How crazy? Oh man. Let's just say you need some serious power, skill, and teamwork if you want to survive an even 8 minutes down there. Okay, I'm exaggerating, but some of those grannies will be out for blood.
それなら私も負けるつもりはありませんが。
I will not let the best be. Well, if you really want to go, I guess we could give it a shot. But what are we even gonna do when we're going there to buy?
それでしたら、みかんを買ってきていただけるとありがたいのですが。
Oh, nice. Mandarins for what?
私の調査によりますと、庶民はこたつに入ってみかんを食べながら紅白歌合戦を見るというのが大晦日の恒例とか。
That actually sounds really fun. Oh yeah, you're totally right. Though my family doesn't own a kotatsu.
最高のみかんを取り寄せても良いのですが、何よりもご自分で用意なさったものは極上のお味でございましょう。
That, I agree.
それはもっともですね。自らの手で勝ち取ったものには何物にも代え難い価値が生まれます。
It's also true for camping. Camp food tastes way better than normal food because you're hungrier.
おっしゃる通りで。
Alright, so we could just go get the mandarins and nothing else? Cool, let's finish our tea and head out.
はい。
Ooh, this is gonna be fun. All right. And I think that's where we're going to end for today with our date with Yui. Sorry that the wind is so loud. I'll have turned it down, I'm sure. But thank you guys so much for being here today. Thank you so much for joining me on the channel. This was a pleasure to record, a pleasure to show you. This video is coming out a little late just because of the way scheduling worked out. But I hope you enjoyed this one as much as I did. Interested to see, I'm guessing that the guy was trying to steal either Takeru's notebook or maybe the necklace that he has that Yui's already swapped out. But yeah, now we've got this orchestrated little date with Yui, which is going to be really fun because it's going to be more down to earth, and I think that's going to be a lot more interesting. But whew, what a fun experience. I hope you enjoyed my rambling and the glory and the horror that is like virtual reality and to the nth degree. But it was really, really fun. I'm really excited to see where this goes, but I'm gonna get the feeling we probably don't have a whole lot more because it has so many routes. I'm guessing the routes are going to be a lot shorter than even things in extra or unlimited. So we might be getting close to the end here. So as sad as that is, it just means we get to go on to the rest of those little stories inside the alternative side of things. So we'll do that. And then we aren't leaving alternative anytime soon because then we're going right back to alternative in the day after because, Muv-Luv keeps just giving me presents every time I start a new series. They're like, here's the next one. Here's a new translation. It's the best time to be a Muv-Luv fan. It just never ends. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you again to the patrons. You guys are wonderful. You guys are helping support and directly contribute to the channel. Hope you have a great opportunity to ask me some Q&As for the next patron cast, and I might try and do something a little more unique for that as well, or at least spit out a potential idea for a live stream that might be a little shake up from our normal. But we should be doing Persona again on Wednesday. If you want, check out the Discord. If you want to make a recommendation for a visual novel I cover in the future, that's a great place to do it. Also, I hang out there all the time, so you can just say hi and you might hear back from me pretty easily. But yeah, I'd love to hear your comments. Love to see what you thought of the series, and hopefully you keep coming back for more because I'm never gonna stop. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate everything you do, and until next video, watch me. If you see me next, I'll see you there.